The button. I pressed it on 0. If it's any later, it's not our fault because for once we're on time.
We started on time today. 100% on time. It does not get any more on time than we on-timed ourselves now. And I'm basically just waiting for confirmation that we are broadcasting to everything.
I pressed the button. We are 100% live.
Okay, so we are live. We are live. And I just would like to reiterate that we pushed the button at the time that we were supposed to.
0.
At all 0.
SCE to aux and recycle chat, please.
Yes, and we're very glad to have all of you here with us today. Those of you that are joining us with this episode of TMRO this week. Of course, if you're joining us and you don't know what's going on, don't worry. We don't either. Glad to have you all here. We'll kind of go around the horn to my... Yes, I'm using the arms to figure out which way I'm going to. My right, I've got Ryan, our correspondent from across the pond. Ryan, doing so good. We saw you on NASA spaceflight earlier today for a...
Did you?
Yes. Or we heard you, at least, on NASA spaceflight's coverage of the O3B launch today. Just wanted to give you a nice little golf clap for doing a great job on that there. So, Bennett Elder, thank you for the super chat, getting us started off with a confirmation that we are live. Thank you so much, Bennett. Definitely appreciate it. To my left, here, I have the new, the improved, the fresh, and the here, Dali.
Hi.
So it's Dali, man of short words or long explanations, perhaps at some point tonight. Whatever you would prefer with that. So,
yes.
Also moving on to the room, the dark room, where the man who pushes all the buttons does all of the real grunt work of this show. That's a guy that you know as Dada. Hi, Dada.
Hi there.
How you doing today, Dada?
Doing all right. How are you?
That's good. I'm doing pretty good too. And of course, we got Colton working behind the scenes as well. Thank you so much, Colton, for helping make a whole bunch of things happen for us today. So, so they had the Falcon 9 flight earlier today. So there's going to be no more Falcon 9 flying today for sure.
Right. That would be silly.
Yeah.
Well, it's still flying. It hasn't just dropped out of the sky. It's still going. It's still putting its... It just concluded, the second stage just concluded its third burn of the flight, so it's not like it's just, it's launched and that's it. No, Jack, that's not the reality of space flight.
It is falling out of the sky. It's just going fast enough to miss the Earth.
Exactly.
Thank you, Dada. That's why I was saying no. So, it is falling.
It is falling.
It's just inertia. So, yeah. Pretty cool with that going on. Ryan, do you want to maybe tell us a little bit about that specifically, since you were telling the world a little bit about it earlier today?
It was a Falcon 9 that launched from Slick 40. It's still going, and it's going real high. It's going to a medium Earth orbit, which is basically the best with a 4.5 ton payload. That's pretty much the bestest the Falcon 9 can do. Pretty much, kind of that kind of ballpark.
Roughly about 8,000 kilometers above the surface of the Earth. That's where these two satellites are going to. So, So,
big high.
Was it yesterday or this morning that they launched from Vandenberg?
It was yesterday.
That was yesterday morning, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that site, no chance. So we're done with flights until they can put another rocket on a pad, right?
What? What do you mean?
Well, they've already shot off the West Coast. They've shot off the East Coast. We're done until they. I was hearing some rumors about other flights, but that's nonsense. So I'm just being clear. That's all the Falcon flights today, right?
Oh, for today. Oh, okay.
I mean, it takes them a couple of days to put a new rocket on a pad, right?
Well, yeah.
Okay, so good. I can relax.
Aren't there 3 pads?
Yeah, they have 3 pads.
Who has 3 pads?
SpaceX.
There's 2 in Florida.
Yeah, and they used one of them in Florida today. Are they going to use the second one?
I have no idea. I'm just saying they have 3 pads.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I suppose they could, but nobody can do that kind of cadence, so it's silly.
Would somebody even like try to launch 2 rockets in the same area within hours of each other?
The range wouldn't allow that, would they?
Oh, I don't think any range would allow that.
Well, they did it in the Gemini program. So
yeah,
shit.
but that was,
case.
hey, that was because we had to beat the Soviets at that time. Anything to try, anything to show them up. So
okay, well, hold on a second. Why wouldn't they try that?
Why wouldn't they try to
launch? Beat the Soviets?
No, launch 2 rockets from the same range on the same day. As soon as one rocket goes, the range is free.
Oh.
Yeah, I see what you did.
Robert, oh my gosh, I love this comment.
There's things I'm not going to say.
Robert, it's a different rocket though, so it doesn't count. Robert, you get it. You understand engineering. Very, very good. So that's very good. Well, they did it in Armageddon with the 2 space shuttles launching at the same time.
And we know how that went.
It went perfect. The launch went perfectly fine.
It went well.
Okay. You're right. It was they lost the one with the good guys in it, like halfway there, and they only had,
when they were trying
to Team B or something.
When they were trying to land on the asteroid. So with the shuttles, as the shuttles, were coming in and debris were just striking all over them, because we know how that went. And also my favorite bit, which was the space shuttles flaring on landing on an asteroid. Oh boy!
Yeah, horizontal landing in a low gravity environment is just sort of like gently kissing it off and flying away again.
Yeah, I think I've done that before on a skateboard while trying to do the luge or something like that down the road.
I've only done it in Kerbal. Mostly on Gilly.
Yeah. JTTV in the chat saying we need all 3 planned divergent orbit planes to launch at the same time lined up. So I want to say something, but I also I don't want to hurt somebody. I'm not going to say it.
No.
Let me get right on that.
Oh, geez. I didn't even have to say anything. He did it. Yeah. And who else we got showing up here? T-Man Army showing up. Say hello, Ryan, and the rest of the TMRO crew. What's up?
Hey.
How's it going? Glad to have you here. With that going on. Yeah, everybody. Oh, look at that. JTTV is saying sorry, Dada. So, Johnny Cheese.
Trust me, I would love nothing more than to do that.
Yeah, that would be epic. So, Johnny Cheese saying, Ryan, weren't you earlier on the NASA spaceflight stream? Weren't you?
Mm-hmm. No, that was Ryan's clone.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've been duplicated multiple times to do different things.
That's true. That is very, very true.
Do you guys get along? Do they let you hang out together?
That if that ever happens, it's like it kind of breaks the space-time continuum. Like you shouldn't ever.
This isn't like a simple biocloning. This is more like a quantum-y thing.
You don't cross the streams, Dally.
Yeah.
You should know that.
Yeah,
right.
Speaking of, don't cross the streams.
You keep them separate.
I was going to say, this is a really good comment from T-Man Army channel saying, imagine 2 starships launching at the same time. So
that might knock the planet off its axis.
Yeah, it might do it. And speaking of don't cross the streams,
you have a starship launching from Boca, you have a tanker launching from the Cape, and then the tanker catches up to the Boca starship, fuel it up, send it off to the moon or Mars or wherever you want to send it.
Yeah,
I like it.
There you go.
It's
magical.
As easy as building a flame trench. All right,
that sounds like one of those terrible math problems. If a starship launches from Boca and another one launches from Florida, how many apples do you have?
Oh no.
Bennett, I saw your good joke there. I love it. That's one of my favorite bits. Get off the nuclear warhead. Robert, I like this. For just replace all of the Consequence engines with rockets 747 to space.
I don't even want to think about having that conversation with the FAA.
So, Yeah. Yeah, there's actually, Dutta, if I'm going to be honest, there's been, in the past week, there's actually been several conversations that I've thought of that I'm like, I won't want to have this with the FAA. Colton, I don't understand. What? What?
Yep, me too.
So, I don't even work for him.
Neither do I.
That's why I could say it. So, I don't understand what that message means, but...
Intercontinental ballistic concrete.
Oh, no! No!
Bunker busters?
Oh my gosh. Oh, you mean Boca Chica busters. So
yeah. Johnny
potato.
Johnny says, is SpaceX going to start a new stream for FH, or they'll switch to the second launch?
No, they're streaming. So
yeah. And it doesn't matter anyway because you're watching us. So
yeah.
There you go.
Are there multiple?
I was going to say, look at this. Look at what I have. Look at what I'm looking at right now. Am I paying attention to any of you?
You're looking at some people waving.
So I'm looking at some good stuff here.
There's another one.
Wow, look at those.
Wow.
Wow.
I've seen this intro before.
That's
this is the
not
SpaceX
what we're going to be seeing.
Ooh, look at that hologram. Rocket.
That's 3 rockets.
I like that they do have the engine chill down there.
How much have you had to drink?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Not enough.
I'm seeing triple.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you one thing.
And those aren't the same ages. Those are 3 different ages of rockets.
I'll tell you one thing. One of them here. One of them is dirty.
One of them is dirty.
So you had a dirty
2
one.
of them are dirty. One's just more dirty than the other one.
Yeah.
It looks like a Delta IV Heavy that kept its clamps on around again.
All of its orange skin has been burned off.
Yeah,
oh boy!
If you ever aborted a Delta IV Heavy and you'd have all Bernie, right?
Oh, they have aborted. They have aborted the Delta IV Heavy after an engine start before. Yeah.
Okay, so
that was
they
when
launched
a lot
a
of
crispy
pee came
critter.
out of me.
They launched a crispy critter burn twice.
Yeah, it was crispy.
Yeah.
It was extra crispy. So it was a well done Delta IV, which, I mean, you should really have them medium rare to rare.
Okay.
But yeah, anyways, that's a rocket. It's going to go. There's a bajillion other places to watch it at that are probably going to be a bajillion times better than us.
Yeah, we're here for the community and the thing like that, and you can watch this later. This is important.
Or just put it on in the background or something. So I don't even know why we have it on right now. So
I don't know because that's 3 rockets on one pad.
It is. Look at that.
That's
it's
weird.
Actually 3. They heard you, Dolly, and they said, "Quick, get the close look."
There's a weird thing. Why did they paint legs on when there's no legs on it? That looks like a regular rocket that was painted to look like a Falcon. That's a fake.
Dolly,
I told you were faking.
There are commenters who are going to think you're being serious. Oh my gosh.
Okay, thank you. Let's hope not.
Oh man. Oh boy, I'm actually pretty excited about this.
We kept that gag going for a while. Thanks.
Yeah,
it was good.
You're welcome.
Yes, Falcon Heavy is launching like nowish, and Jamie's not here because Falcon Heavy is like launching like nowish, and she couldn't be here for 2 hours ago because they were launching thenish. I mean, what the heck?
Cool. Scott coming in there. I like that one. Non-recyclable
boosters. It's so weird. What a flex.
Yeah.
Throw the whole thing away. Gee.
Every once in a while, we're just like our competitors, and we throw it away. So, yeah. And of course,
I mean, from time to time, you got to rotate the tires on your car, right?
That's true.
Change the oil.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's absolutely true with it. And that Falcon Heavy is going to be fully expended, by the way, for those of you who aren't understanding what we're talking about. Which, as you
just like every other rocket that ever got to orbit.
Yeah.
That wasn't a Falcon 9.
That's not SpaceX.
Yeah. I was going to say.
Am I correct? No. Rocket Lab.
Yeah, they've returned.
They've returned.
Rocket Lab's
Space Shuttle.
Have they reused one yet?
What, a space shuttle?
No, the Rocket Lab.
Oh.
Have they reused a first stage yet?
They've reflown an engine. They haven't reflown a full booster yet.
Okay, so they're...
But it's rockets!
But the engines are the
way.
expensive parts, i.e. ULA not wanting to return the fuel tank.
Yep.
Yeah, fuel tanks, tankage is a piece of cake. I got tankage in my house. So everybody's got
SpaceX can build a Starship tank in probably a couple days, you know? Why are they even bothering to return Starship? They just build a new one.
Yeah.
I don't have to build these.
Build
I can
it in
order them
tents.
on Amazon.
So, exactly.
No problem.
So, yeah.
That's a different rocket, Dolly.
Wait, what's up?
Right. I'm sorry. That's the Kuiper,
New Glenn.
and they have Amazon has the constellation. Kuiper constellation is there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Pretty cool.
Robert's saying that the next flight is the first engine reuse. I apologise for my misinformation. It is the next flight.
Well, they
not
have
this one. The last one
for a Rocket Lab.
Yeah.
For their Electron.
Yes. They relit the engine. They haven't reflown it, according to Robert.
So they have done static fires of it at their engine testing facility of it. So you were right in that sense, but I don't remember if you said it during flight or not or something like that.
Where is there?
Rick V. Sorry.
Yeah,
saying
it's all
space shuttle recycled until SLS.
Oh, ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch.
Where is Rocket Lab's engine test facility? Where do they do that?
New Zealand.
I imagine at Mahia.
So they build their engines in the United States and then they send them there for testing?
Do they build them in the
I don't know.
United States? They're like they're pretty much 3D printed, right?
Don't they also have a New Mexico facility or something that they were opening up recently? Maybe it's there.
Don't know.
So
I don't know. Happened somewhere on Earth.
Yeah. Now,
Thanks.
Obviously, moving rockets around to different places in the world is expensive, but it's not like you're moving something that... I mean, you can move a car around, and it only costs a few percent of the car to move it, whereas the rocket engine, to get to 1% of the cost of the rocket engine and shipping would just be berserk.
yeah,
It's
I remember.
mostly a question of time, I bet.
I was looking. Actually, I don't know if that would be 100% true because rocket engines are really expensive.
What I mean is, to get to 1% of the rocket's engine's expense in shipping would mean the shipping cost ridiculous.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
I'm sorry.
Whereas 1% of a car in shipping, well, that's probably, a few percent is probably what it costs to ship a car from another continent.
Yes.
Hey, I got some insight for you.
What's up?
Air freight, international, really damn expensive.
Aha.
Oh, I wonder why you would know.
I mean, allegedly.
Yes.
Allegedly. Allegedly. Yeah. This is it's always so hard with talking to you, Detta. I think because I just don't know how to touch on it.
Well, ask what you want to ask, and I'll tell you if I can tell you.
Oh yeah, you could pull a Dave Maston.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
So yeah. Anyways, there. Oh my gosh, Colt. In the chat room. Our chat room is so you all are so Discordian tonight. I don't even know how we're keeping up with you and everything that you're doing tonight. And we've apparently stumped the chat room as well as to where Rocket Lab does their engine tests. So take that.
Oh my.
Take that. So
you have to work actually pretty hard to find something that this community doesn't know, especially in terms of the wisdom of the crowd. I mean, wow. Now, quite very, very easy to ask a question that they know and can't talk about.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Bennett. Bennett, you're funny.
Oh, man. No comment.
Bennett.
Who's your friend?
It's naughty. Very naughty. For those of you who are watching and don't understand that,
keep watching.
Keep watching. And you'll get that. If you don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, become a member at youtube.com/TMRO/join, so you can come into the members only stream after the show. go buy a T-shirt from NASA Spaceflight. Wait a second. How did that get in there? What the hell?
We don't have swag.
We don't. Yeah. Well, we used to have swag here at TMRO, but
where are you?
Now we don't.
Yeah.
So
if you come to the members, you can not only hear about things like after the in the after dark and things like that. I actually am hitting you up, the member people. I'm only talking to you. If you're not a member, don't listen. About assignments that you want us to cover, and that's something that member feedback drives. Thank you.
All right, and actually, I did want to bring this up because this is a long running one that we do need to solve finally. From Smokey here, by the way. Hey, Smokey, good to see you. It says, "Hey, Jared, did you ever find an RS-25 to eat with mustard for losing that bet? I ended up missing a bunch of shows. Unfortunately,
no, he hasn't. He hasn't. He's failed. He's failed."
And that was a bet from, oh my gosh, almost, what was it, 4 years ago, I want to say?
Mm-hmm. That was Hopper, that was.
So, yes,
you thought it wouldn't get to 150 kilometers in 2019.
Yes, I did not think it would exceed, what did we say, 10 times its height or something like that in flight. And, of course, on what does it do on its first unchained flight? It exceeds it. Okay. Yes. Smokey is saying we need to fix this, which I agree with. I really do need to eat an RS-25 because I am a man of my word.
Yes. So how similar to an RS-25 does the membership and community think that something that Jared should eat?
What, you just want me to like go down to Aerojet Rocketdyne up in Rancho Cucamonga and be like, hey guys, y'all got some injector plates? I would love,
like for example,
I need a H-pot, please.
What if I took one of those shawarma things and took a meat thing and I made RS-25 shape? Would that work? Somebody suggested a cake.
So long as it's with
mustard, yeah. Which is why I was heading toward the barbecue angle, because that would work better than a cake with mustard. Although I'm perverse, so a cake with mustard would be okay.
The shawarma / al pastor.
Yeah, something like that. If I were to do that in RS-25 shape, would that be a party?
I think I'd buy that.
Okay. But membership would have to approve.
But it would have to be.
You're the judges.
It would have to be relatively sizable. Like the point of him saying our RS-25 is that it was the big giant engine.
Yeah.
So like.
He didn't say he'd have to eat all of it.
Bigger than
I'll give it my best.
I'm going to go with Rocket Lab Peter's version.
Bigger than a good burrito.
Good. That'll work. But the whole thing might be much bigger than that. Anyway, on the plate. I think Peter at Rocket Labs did a thing where he just took a little bit of that hat.
Yeah, I don't know whether we're satisfied with his completion of that bet.
Yeah, I'm not. He did it, but at the same time,
he ate portions of it.
He had a thread.
Yes. So membership, tell us what. Yes.
I like Zach here. That's a good one, Zach. I would.
Sorry, I stepped on
Bennett. No, you're good. Eat a ground umbilical carrier plate with mustard.
You shut your mouth.
So then it might actually work. And then Raptors are more tasty, so tasty they often eat themselves.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, hamburger cake, guys! I can't. Y'all are disgusting me tonight.
I could make a hamburger.
Just gross.
Wrapped in bacon.
Okay, so I do just want to fulfill this, which is that somebody earlier was saying, wouldn't it be funny if NASA shaved the RS-25 with a file in Syria? No, guys, I want to be able to eat something and not die. Okay.
Right.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Harmony. So
yeah, I'm thinking just a little bit of fakery kind of thing, not actual metal front.
So
it's just a little bit of extra iron. It's fine.
So
I can add iron.
So what's in social? I want to come back to that, but not now because I think we're going to have to wait to in flight for that to occur. But I do want to come back to that just to let you know.
Yeah.
But you know, and actually, Headcrab has a really good point here, which is that Peter Beck did make a rocket-powered bike. So he did. So.
But that
he did. So
yeah, but what does that have to do with his bet?
Exactly.
I don't know.
Okay.
He just he made one.
That makes him a nerd.
I'm for this.
That makes him a nerd.
Scott Herod has a great idea here.
Okay.
How do you make an RS-25 taco?
I don't know.
You get your tortilla and you put an RS-25 in it.
You have to crush the bell and it will stretch out this way. If you almost taco the bell.
I would argue that that's more of a tostada bowl than a taco.
Yes.
Rick V is saying, how about NASA food that made it to space because of an RS-25? I don't think we're allowed to have that, I think is the first thing.
Jared, I'm going to do the thing.
What?
Something shelf life.
I think I just heard abort.
A what?
I think I just heard abort.
Abort?
Abort?
Did
abort.
You? Oh.
I think, yes, I did.
Is this in context to those 3 rockets?
This is in context to those 3 rockets on LC-39A.
Are we saying that that SpaceX is going to launch 4 rockets today?
No, it doesn't seem that way. So I guess SpaceX was like, "Oh, hey, Jamie, come on the show now."
Yeah, come on, Jamie, come on.
Yeah, come on.
Join us on Zoom from the control room. I'm sure that won't break any NDAs or regulations whatsoever.
No excuse. There's no excuse for that. But I guess we could do it now if we could bring that comment up. I don't know. Well, I don't know if it's really fully.
I got it. I
don't know if it's fully set for it yet. We could go. No. I mean, we could go ahead and bring.
A hold is not necessarily an abort, though, right?
I think once it's fueled.
I heard abort on the comms net, and the Falcon family can't hold like SLS Starship can at like T-minus 40 seconds because of the fuel up until launch process. So there's just not a capability of Falcon. So this is, to the best of my knowledge, this would be a recycler at this point, and it's only like an 88-minute window or something like that. 63. Oh, and I believe one of them's 88, one of them's 60 something.
And I believe they went to the end of the window too, right?
And it is a scrub according to NSF.
Okay. Well, the comment that we got from Bennett Elder in our chat room was tomorrow live streaming NASA spaceflight, live streaming SpaceX, streaming Falcon Heavy. Hold on, let me get my phone to add a layer. So there you go, folks. The chat room, you all wanted us streaming NASA spaceflight. I was hoping that they would switch. I was hoping that the launch would happen and then NASA spaceflight would be streaming SpaceX's as Falcon leaves the ground. And then we could have delivered on this for you, but we tried to give you as best we could for that there. So very sorry, chat room. We tried to give you what you wanted, and
now everyone's going to come and watch us because they're no longer watching SpaceX. So
that's right. Ryan, why don't you run away?
That curve is just going to go up.
Ryan, run away for like 5 seconds and just jump in there and be like, "Hey, everybody, I'm gonna do this," and come on to there with that there. So we both were.
I tried a thing and that's not going to help.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's not exactly how it works. Don't worry, you're still learning. It's
gonna
fine.
Let it go.
So hold on, I'm working on it here. I'm working on it. So here's Jamie's Twitter account. So yeah, that's
Loopy
a
can
good
pack
one.
Up apparently.
So yeah. All right, get that off.
Thank you, Jamie.
Get that off my screen. So,
Loopy. Yes. Sorry, Loopy, you can.
Apparently, yes. I think we can say with medium to high confidence, you can go home now.
SpaceX still hasn't ended the stream yet, and that's probably because they just want to do that. Hi. Oh, by the way,
I need to get that ad revenue.
I just want to say hi to everybody that's showing up now.
Hello.
Now that there's a scrub, really great to have you back. So
we know who the real ones are.
Yeah. Thanks for announcing yourself coming back. We're just messing with you. Oh my gosh.
We can joke about Ryan being cloned, but nobody shall. It's embargo. You don't talk about Jamie clones.
So you've never seen them in the same room together.
No.
Who's silent and it's T-minus 15? Not here. Never here. We're always doing that. So it's Smokey.
Yeah. So Loopy, if we have told you to go home early, I apologize.
Oh, I don't think it's flying today.
I agree.
So no, not now.
Besides, Loopy knows me well enough not to use me as a source.
Okay. All right. So there's other things to talk about because I don't know if you guys know this. Yeah, we had a lot to talk about last week. So much so that we might have only really talked about one subject all of last week. But we have something else to talk about. In fact, we have a lot to talk about. There were lots of things to kind of talk about. So everybody's asking, what's your beverage for the evening, Dolly? Because everyone heard it there. So
Diet. It is diet prune flavored carbonated beverage.
Excellent. That's good. Yeah, and then Smokey saying tomorrow ASMR.
Yes, with cream soda added.
And then Jorg with Aries 1X. We still going to talk about Aries 1X this week, Ryan, or are we gonna?
Yeah, I got it on NSF. I'll get it here as well.
So
the most successful suborbital prototype of an orbital vehicle. It got higher than Starship. Ares 1X was the future. It was the future we were denied.
Did you actually rip into NASA spaceflight and do that?
I did. I did indeed.
Excellent. Well, Josh, great to have you back as a member. Super happy. Woohoo! Glad to have you back. So, what happened this week? Does anybody know? So, there's a few things.
Yeah, a few things did happen.
There was some Aurora, let me tell you.
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
That was off the chain. So, let me show you. Let me see if I could get it. Pull it up here real quick on mine. So give me a second here.
I'm now going to try and fill some time whilst Jared frantically scrambles through Twitter.
Like, I'm not frantically scrambling through
looking
Twitter,
for imagery of the... Oh, there we go. We got it.
Okay, here. This is from Mount Wilson Observatory, which is just north of Los Angeles, in case anybody was wondering just how potent these aurorae were. Wow. I'm pretty confident that this camera is like long exposure and much more sensitive than your and I eyes could see. But the fact that down here in Los Angeles, up at Mount Wilson Observatory, that they were able to see the aurorae, holy yowza.
Yeah, we're down at 34.
And if I'm getting my geography correct, that's in Southern California, according to your factually incorrect definition.
Yeah. Yes. That was wild.
34 latitude. I mean, wow.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's pretty wild.
Did you see the tweet from Stonehenge?
Sorry.
Check this out.
What, 12 inches? Or?
Since when could Stonehenge tweet? I thought it was just some rocks.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
They
put them away at night. Wow. This is totally Photoshop because they put them away at night. Because when I was coming home from Cornwall, we were there at 3:00 in the afternoon and it was closed. So they were clearly putting the rocks away for the evening. So there is no way they could have got a photo of Stonehenge with Aurora because they're clearly not there at night because we couldn't see them because they were putting them away.
They just moved them away from the visitor center.
They're already bleeding miles away.
No.
How much further do you need to move?
It's a short bus ride.
Move the visitor center?
It's a short bus ride during the day. It's a long walk at night. They just move them away from the visitor center.
I wonder how you know that, Dada.
Allegedly. So, anyways, what happened to Falcon Heavy? Is it done? Did they say no?
Done.
It's venting?
Very done.
Okay, it's, just like I will after the show.
I looked at the article. It was a 63-minute window that opened at 23:29 Universal, and it was well past that by the point of now. So yeah, no.
Okay. Yeah, I like Headcrab here saying it looks like a Pink Floyd concert going down. So I quite like that with it. So excellent.
I think that might be a chicken egg thing.
What?
Stonehenge and Pink Floyd.
Yeah, they seem to go hand in hand really well.
I think you're thinking stoned, but I get your point.
Sorry. Yes. Maybe. No. Thank you.
Which we aren't. I just want to put that out there. Okay. So this is when it's going to launch tomorrow. But Bennett, I do have to ask you a very important question, which is what time zone? What time zone? 8:26 p.m. tomorrow.
Well, it's SpaceX, and they always list the time zone where the rocket is. So I'm going to gander that it's 8:26 Eastern Daylight Time, which is Coordinated Universal Time -4.
So it'll be 26 minutes into our 5 p.m. show that isn't tomorrow.
Gotcha. So it's 0026. Gotcha. So, or would that be? Anyways, yeah. And Bennett is saying
24 hours later.
Time zone that it's in is in the launch time zone.
Launch time zone.
In case anybody was wondering.
Very good.
Very informative as always.
Thank you for the really good super chat on that one, Bennett. We appreciate that.
It's a very good use right there of that $1.99.
Thank you.
Jam packed full of useful information.
So we have that with that there. So good stuff. Stop, Bennett. Stop. What a callback. What a callback. So that's a good one. That's a good one. Let's see if
is Jamie Cam turns on.
No, it's not.
But
I did. I did send it to the Vesta board. So.
I know, but we can't see it. You need to go turn it on. Go turn it on. Go on.
Okay.
Come on. Up we go. Up we go. There we go. See, we can't see anything. Go on. Turn it on. Turn it on. I want to see the Vesta board.
No?
Go do it. Good boy.
Does he want me to turn it on?
I think he does.
Yeah.
Did it turn on? Ooh, it turned on.
Hey, there you go.
Now, can it see the Vesta board?
Yes.
Barely.
It should be able to.
Good. It's really dark over
there. There we go.
There you go. I gotta figure out which side goes which. So, anyways, oh no, I didn't have to take a spacewalk. So, unless you mean just like I walked through the space.
Yeah.
You
walked in space,
not the outside space. Not on the ting 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 ting. No, not that.
No, I can't do that. So it might break my Jeep again.
Electrical issues. That's what it was. It's an electrical issue.
Yeah, we all know.
Camera wasn't working.
What's up? What happened?
There was an electrical issue with the camera caused by the Jeep.
Oh my god. So, Ryan, there's
hadn't closed main bus J.
Anyways,
don't look at me like it's my fault you missed a step in the procedure, okay?
Look, I didn't miss a step in the procedure. If you would like me to go out, if you would like me to bring in what happened to my Jeep next week, what I got from the dealership, I will bring in that document so that they gave me, because it reads like exactly what you think a report of Evel Knievel's body after a major crash would sound like. So it's just one bad thing after another. Zach. Oh boy. Yeah, and here's one from Ryan, which is guess when Falcon Heavy scrubbed in our concurrent viewers.
Hi, welcome.
Glad to have you all here.
Make yourself welcome.
That last little bit on the left, hi, so meta.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and become a member.
You know who you are.
If you were a part of that sudden increase, you have to, and that's your admittance.
That's a requirement.
So what? Okay. People are starting to put weird things in the chat room now, and okay. Maddie saying, guess when tonight's TMRO live stream went live? Oh, we could tell you.
Oh, it was
on time.
That's when it went live. On zero.
Yep.
Her kid's bedtime.
In independent YouTube latency notwithstanding.
All right. What else did we have happen? Because there were a lot of things that happened this week. Don't everybody all at once.
I was
everybody all at once.
I was too busy doing the news. I didn't pay attention. Was there something that happened this week?
Nerd had a question.
Who's a nerd? And what was up?
If I already did all three, what am I supposed to do now, Jared? What am I supposed to do now, Jared? Jared.
Donate to the TMRO Jeep Fund so we can get everybody here at Jeep, so everyone can feel my pain.
I don't want one.
So everyone could break down, and then we can't do a show because no one will be able to get on.
Look, it's just the way it is. Look, I mean, as I have been telling people, the Italians invented electricity, so this is the way it is.
Okay.
So, yep.
I don't want a Jeep. They don't have any full BEVs. Full battery.
Not yet.
Cars. Right.
Not yet.
Hey, when they do, they're on my list again.
Okay, well, we'll see you in 12 months. So,
cool.
And an off-road charging network, too. So, pretty excited about that.
Wow.
Yes.
But we could talk about that in the members stream.
That would be.
Not during the show.
Right.
Because we don't want to talk about the cars
about
now.
Space.
That would be outside of scope.
We're talking about space. And I want to talk a little bit about this that you maybe did or didn't hear about this week, depending upon...
Is that a fancy pen?
Did. It is not a fancy pen.
Oh.
It is Astra revealing their Rocket 4.0.
So that's bigger than a regular pen.
Exactly like the Rocket 4 they unveiled like 2 years ago.
Yes, but it's bigger than Rocket 3. And they think they're going to be able to fly it by the end of the year.
May I have Rocket 3 and
You're
a banana
telling me
scale?
they've actually made a competitive vehicle?
Up this time?
Yeah, launch up.
Oh, yeah. Indeed. So I'm looking at that, and I need numbers for scale or a person standing next to it or a banana or something.
You can drive a bus down the white stripes on the flag.
No.
Oh, sorry. Wrong flag. Wrong flag.
I was going to say, now you're going Star Trek. But no, what? So the whole Star Trek thing.
Took me a little bit, but I got it.
The whole scale
I was like,
of the Star Trek
thing.
thing.
What are you talking about? And then I was like, oh, right. VAB. Ha.
That's a VAB joke.
Yeah.
The original Star Trek Enterprise, and then much later they had the Voyager, which was supposed to be a much smaller, slimmer, faster thing, was actually much bigger than the original Enterprise.
Still faster.
Yeah, it was smaller, faster compared to the later Enterprises, but it was like, anyway, and none of those made any sense. The number of people they had on board of those ships and the volume of those ships meant every person had 100,000 square foot of floor space.
That doesn't sound bad.
I mean, yeah, but no.
Okay, so I'm trying to pull it up because they had their space tech day thing at Astra to talk about their rocket.
I just looked it up, and I can confirm as of November last year, the Rocket 4 was 1.8 meters in diameter and 18.9 meters tall.
Okay.
So it's not little, but it's also not like Falcon 9 big.
So I know that I know that when I built my boat, the exact 1.55 meters was just exactly the right distance between my throttles. So 1.8 meters is probably about the outstretched tips of my fingers. So if I were in the tank, I could just touch the edges. There's your human for scale.
Jared, talk into the other side of the mic.
Yeah, I know. I was just, looking here for that.
Driving me crazy.
So sorry, but I'm over here trying to do video stuff.
You can move it
to try to find things. So
you can move your mic.
No, I can't. Not in my mind.
Not with your mind, but you can.
I've been trying so hard. I've been so desperate. Okay, Dolly's getting into number 2 over here. Yeah, it's a party now. All right, everybody. Stand back, everybody. We're into the diet sodas tonight.
Caffeine.
Yeah, baby. So, all right, maybe there isn't anything in this Astra video.
JTTV, this is brilliant. So. You could fly a Reliant shuttle on that.
Oh my gosh. For a little bit of time, So
yeah.
Only a little was actually necessary.
Yeah. Very, very good times with it. So yeah, there you go. Astra is officially locked on with Rocket 4.0, and they're moving ahead with it. And wish them the best. Looking forward to seeing that fly, as they said, by the end of the year. Don't know if it will actually fly by the end of the year, but hey.
By the end of the year means it's launching in 2024. Yeah. I think we've all caught on to that by now.
6 months. It's just 6 months out. So 6 months. So. There were other things that happened this week too, though. What else?
What else happened this week? Well, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna stall for time to see what you bring up on your computer monitor next, to see what else you want to talk about, because many different things happened.
Yes.
And I don't know what you have in your head, so I'm just waiting to see what you come up with.
I'm only thinking about the things I already covered on news. I like paid no attention to anything that didn't happen that wasn't on my list because I was too busy.
Well, I was going to say, Ryan, if you want to go ahead and just do one, we could like bounce back and forth.
I will go and pick Juice.
Juice. The juice is not loose.
I will wait here for Jared to find an appropriate image.
Okay.
I'm not going to find an appropriate image. I'm going to find actual footage.
He's going to find inappropriate images while I talk about what is Juice and what happened with Juice. Why does... Who is this Juice of which you are speaking?
No, I am not going to do that.
So, Juice, the Jupiter Icy Moons Explorer from ESA, unfortunately is experiencing some minor difficulties right now. Its RIME antenna has not deployed as planned, which essentially is the antenna that looks for ice, which is kind of in the name, Icy Moons. Okay. So we're just going to have to wait and see what happens, really.
So the RIME acronym is about Rime Ice? Is that
I don't know.
Saying? I know RIME is a term for ice, a kind of ice. But I don't know. I guess acronyms are always just going to be poetic.
Give me strength in trying to grab something from ESA.
Sure.
Just, ESA, can you just make it easy for...
So what are we looking at?
Do you want to know what's even better?
More steps than there are member states in ESA.
Jared. I don't know if this is just a me issue or if anyone else has this issue, but when you sign up for the ESA like media photo library, when you log in, it says that it won't connect to you, but if you press the login button 5 times, it then logs you in.
You know, that honestly sounds like a thing that ESA would end up doing. And we love you to death, ESA. You're really great. It's just that, like, there's some room for improvement with it there. Anyways, here you go. I was able to... Hold on, let me full screen it. There we go.
There we go.
Okay, so...
Anyways, that's not opening correctly.
So that is an off-nominal condition, I hear.
A little bit.
It was supposed to open up to a much wider dish or something, and maybe it didn't open up. I'm not sure what...
They just need to spin it really fast, and the inertia will happen.
Yeah, they need to do a front flip.
Or... what they should do is send up a resupply mission.
Oh, how about if they just rotate into the solar wind and have it blow open?
No, it's a stick.
Yeah. So what they should do is
it's a multi-segment stick.
Right before it stages, just flip it really hard, and it'll separate. It'll finally pop out.
And just in case anybody's wondering, I'm joking that the solar wind would have enough force to
So I'm not joking. I'm 100% serious.
Okay, cool. No, your flip thing. I'm with you. The solar wind is a bit tenuous. But we have an expert, and so I defer to her to her on that.
Oh, Bennett! Ouch. Well, also, I just want to say as well that the Galileo probe had an issue as well with its high gain antenna. So
yes,
it did.
And they did a remarkable job getting some useful stuff out of it, considering they had like 100th or 1,000th of the bandwidth. They
had to go through the low gain antenna, which originally was not designed.
Right.
On Galileo. It was a last minute design addition.
Yeah, it's like they paid for Starlink and got a teletype.
Yeah, but they worked with it.
They did.
And they did an amazing mission. It's one of those incredible success stories.
I bet they wore the heads out on the tape.
Yes. Yeah, there were some worries about that. Yeah. So, in case you want to know, Galileo was launched in 1989.
A reel.
It was supposed to launch in 1986. So, it did have, I believe it was a DAT tape. Word I want to say.
Yeah, a reel to reel tape. Well, I mean, I don't know if it was DAT format, but in any case, an actual tape on reels going back and forth and being scanned and data being put on it. And I'm thinking,
at least those are still supported. It wasn't a jazz drive or something.
Yeah, or zip. So, with that, or laser disc. So, with that there, and
you're just old enough to tell that joke. You?
Who? Me?
You?
Whatever.
Ryan doesn't know what you're talking about.
Ryan, imagine a CD, but instead of being okay. So first of all, Ryan, do you know what a CD is?
A large inefficient DVD.
Yes.
Okay. So imagine a CD.
And a DVD is just a large inefficient Blu-ray disc.
That's right.
And a Blu-ray is just a large physical version of data. Imagine a CD, but it's like this big.
It's like memory, but 100 times bigger.
It's like when people look at those old floppy disks and they're walking around with them like this, right? And you look at that and you go, ha 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 ha.
I used to have one of those.
Yeah, I think I have one at home somewhere. I don't know what's on it.
We used to have a functional hard disk drive that would read platters that were 18 inches in diameter. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And if you take the standard office desk, and it's got the hole between the two filing cabinet drawer thingies for your legs to go in, this drive would consume that entire space. Mm-hmm. So it would fit under your desk, but you wouldn't be able to then put your legs under it.
The first computer back when I was a youngster was the size of this table. And that was for a single person.
This show's turned into reminiscing of the good old days.
Back in my 9 megabyte hard drive that was this big around.
I'll stop now. IBM Systems 32.
Okay, this is what I'm looking for right now. Okay, so I just googled the Sojourner panorama. Okay. Is this I don't know if this is the original version or not, but I'm going to go ahead and download it and open it up.
Color enhanced.
See this photo that I just downloaded right now?
Mm-hmm.
It's color enhanced.
So a couple days after this came out, I jumped on my family's computer,
Netscape,
and I started downloading this.
Hold on.
Yep.
Was your version back then color enhanced?
And my parents could not figure out why the phone wasn't working for 3 hours. Because it took 3 hours to download this, which I just did that in the blink of an eye right now. Anyways.
Uh-huh.
So
that's because Jamie pays a stupendous amount of money for good internet.
It's not even a big file. It was like 200 kilobytes. So, you child. So,
my first computer that ran an organization. I mean, it's a professional computer, not a personal one. This would fill in 0.2 of a second.
Nice. That's big.
204 does not have Starlink.
No, 204 does not have that. Starlink
Unfortunately,
is expensive.
we are, and 204's location is not yet around a planetary body which has a full Starlink constellation deployed.
No. Yeah. Look out there. See? Do you see Starlink happening out there?
No.
No, because you'll notice, one, there's
no streaks.
No streaks. And two, there's astronomy happening there unimpeded. Anyways. Hey, do you want me to bring that up? Do you want me to bring that up? Because that was something that happened this week, which is a major study.
What's it? Okay.
Major study that was ruined by Starlink. So, in case you're wondering.
Okay.
So,
well, we've got 5 minutes. Go.
So there was a study of binary stars, and the data was completely contaminated with Starlink. Good stuff.
Okay, so
and what's great is that everybody says these satellites are going to pay for your space telescopes, but like that's not how that works. I don't know if anybody knows that. So
also impeding one bit of research by helping to fund another bit of research doesn't pay the thing.
I have said this for so long, which is that this is a scientific Kobayashi Maru. Nobody wins. It is a no-win scenario, and I do believe in no-win scenarios, and this is one of them.
I see.
So,
So if I treat it like a chess puzzle and say we're stuck with it, now what is our best step forward?
Great question.
Is it just space telescopes?
I figure it would probably be space telescopes and
telescope on the moon,
lowering the costs and opening up accessibility. But the problem is, how do you get a college to do that?
Can you
give them money? Send the kids out to the moon. Don't pay them.
That's what we do for astronomy at universities here in the U.S. anyhow. Send them up to the dome and we don't pay them. Oops, I wasn't supposed to say that.
Oops. No, don't say that quiet part out loud. Sorry.
Nobody heard me. So.
Can we have an app that tells us when a satellite is in view and record that along with the data in the telescope?
Yes, but unfortunately that still doesn't stop the streaking from occurring.
Right, so that frame is lost.
Oh boy, do I love having good internet.
Yeah, look at this data. So
the internet is so strong you can actually see the internet.
Oh, that's what it is. Oh, okay. The field lines. There's
a YouTube video in there somewhere.
So how much of the time?
Our show's in that.
I guess the question is, if you have short enough exposures, I'm thinking about amateurs. Amateurs with backyard telescopes is what I'm familiar with here. But if you're taking a whole lot of pictures, stacking them and sorting them and getting rid of all the ones that are the wrong ones, is that scientifically useful?
The problem is you're consuming an exorbitant amount of time dodging the things that you don't want to see.
Okay.
And precious little time is spent trying to actually being able to see what you do want to see.
What fraction?
And so
more than half?
So the time that you're spending, that you're paying good money to look through a telescope, is consumed by. It's like having to wait for a train every 5 seconds when you want to cross the railroad tracks.
I get that it's annoying.
Yeah.
And I live in LA and I'm used to street lights. So now what can I do with it?
It makes the work impossible.
Impossible. You be impossible.
Cost prohibitive?
Okay, that's different.
So here's
cost prohibitive?
So here's basically how astronomy works. Light is data.
Yes.
And you want as much of that data as you can.
Yes.
So if you are getting light that is not natural, that is being reflected or given off by an object like a satellite, that data in that area of the sky
is signal to noise ratio is toast.
I mean, it's you can't
just like
pull it.
With a radio telescope, you need to be able to identify man-made sources.
Yes.
And this is a man-made source of optical telescope noise.
Yes.
Absolutely.
There is an idea that they're thinking about called micro shutters, which is basically the ability to actually close shutters over very specific areas on a mirror that may actually be able to sort of like trace across
on the mirror itself, not on the image plane.
Not on the image plane, but on the mirror itself to kind of go across like that. But you know, it's really cool. It's expensive.
It's also like a weird fast Fourier transform because the photons hit anywhere and everywhere on a mirror and focus on the same spot on the image plane. So I can't put a Band-Aid on a part of a mirror and block the image. I just degrade the whole image. Am I thinking about that right?
I'm not sure.
Just like
run that by me again.
Okay, so the mirror is not near the focus plane. The mirror is in the middle of the optical path, and a photon that's going to a particular spot on the focus plane, like one star. Okay, that's on a pixel. Okay, could have come through anywhere in the zone and bounced off anywhere on the mirror to get to that spot.
No, it would be known.
No.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about that wrong then.
It would be the location it hits the mirror would be at least approximable. You could approximate where it would hit on the mirror.
I need to understand that. So if people understand the optics and could model for me,
I can sketch for you.
I appreciate that. Yeah, later. Thank you for that.
Bennett has a good analogy. Basically, the reason trains suck in the U.S. due to cargo rail is the reason why astronomy is going to suck on Earth. So used to you could have a train that had 15 cars, and if a train goes by and you have to wait for it in your car, it's no big deal. But now cargo trains are so big and so heavy, they're miles long, mile plural. And if one pulls in front of you and you have to wait for it, you're going to be waiting a long time. Which is why many places around here, they've dug undergrounds or made bridges for trains to go over major roadways so that the trains don't obstruct traffic.
Yeah, good way to do it. And
so now we're going to be building low Earth orbit Asaga Amtrak trains in order to get that crisp imagery past Starlink.
See, the hard, and this has always been my kicker with space telescopes, which is that it is not the structures or anything involved with it that are really the expensive stuff. It's the instruments. Because you need to have high quality instruments, because the instruments have to survive the space environment and they have to be able to work in space as well. So moving telescopes to space makes them cost prohibitive to a vast majority of the groups that would actually use a telescope. So like colleges, research groups, the National Science Foundation, European Southern Observatory, and other groups, these are not people that have the budgets that are going to allow them to afford even a $150 to $200 million entry-level space telescope. That's what I would throw as
they should just get some like sponsorship or something. Whenever they observe something with the telescope, it just has like a Qatar Airways logo on it or something.
Also,
some sponsorship on there.
Space telescopes
pay for the images.
Space telescopes require ground systems as well. And people.
What about servicing missions?
So and servicing missions, unless it's not built to be serviced, there
can never be serviced at all.
So yeah,
but we wouldn't do that, would we, Jared? We wouldn't build an unserviceable telescope, would we? That just sounds like a stupid idea, isn't it? Just in case anything goes wrong.
I mean, it sounds like a stupid idea, but it sure sounds like if it works, it works.
Yeah, it definitely seems like it's more difficult. I am convinced that they thought it out. But
yeah. By the way,
that was an accurate recreation of all of the shuttle Hubble resurfacing missions there by Data.
Essentially, Josh also has a really good point here, which is that and a lot of requests to use space telescopes are bottlenecked via prioritization based on privileges and scientific justifications. So it is not just, you just don't walk in and say, hey, could I get 30 minutes on Hubble today to look at GW 2017-08-09, you know. That ain't how that's going.
Hey, can I get 30 seconds on Hubble today and point it back at Earth?
No, probably not.
I don't think we're ever going to do that. But
nope.
if you'd
CIA
like to,
will come get it back.
Yes.
you won't just make
Knock
the
down my
astronomers
door.
mad. There will be a lot of people who get mad at you. By the way, I do just want to throw this out there, which is that because things like Hubble and the Telescope Space Telescope are they are essentially considered public national assets. You yourself, anyone can write a proposal to get time on it.
Oh,
in case you wanted to know. So get your.
Can I, even though I'm not American?
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that for a second.
Freedom-loving American.
You can
I
write
would
it.
not doubt that for a second. So I would say Telescope, probably be easier because some of the because we had a barter for that. So yeah,
Ariane thing.
yeah. Anyways, just also want to remind everybody that. If you would like to become a member of Tomorrow, because I don't know what we're going to talk about in the members only stream that we're about to go into.
We're going to talk about how Jeeps suck, how a Saga is going to low Earth orbit, and according to Loopy, we're also going to talk about how they just got absolutely destroyed by Floridian bugs. There you go. That's coming up in about, 3 minutes.
Cool.
All that and more.
All that and more.
Cool. Let's go ahead and thank
retention.
Our Tomorrow members. And of course, we have NeuroStream, who is our Tomorrow Model 33 Plaid Pro Plus Edition member. Thank you so much, NeuroStream, for the level that you support us at. And there's also our Escape Velocity members. These folks are at a level where they are able to come into our special locked down Escape Velocity channel in our Discord, which, by the way, you could join our Discord, but if you'd like to see the things that we say in our Escape Velocity channel, you're going to have to contribute at that level. We do say some interesting things in there.
It's like an escape room.
Yes, we put scripts and stuff in there, and it's just really cool, and you should come in.
Clues.
And we put jokes in there and other things like that, inside jokes.
Outside jokes.
Jeep status reports. And in addition to that, we have our Orbital members as well. These folks have contributed at a level that has made them go a little bit farther than Starship would have gone to begin with. These are our suborbital members who have flown the same distance that Starship has flown overall. As Tomorrow members with this here. And we also have our ground support members as well. Oh my gosh.
Which have been tossed around like blocks of concrete. No, they haven't. The metaphor doesn't work. Please continue.
Yeah, and then
only half of them are stable.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know which half.
Yes.
We don't.
And then, of course, there's also our system support members who, much like the ground support or these systems at Boca Chica, have been blown away this week, so they're not visible. But we appreciate them anyhow. It's literally just as little as 99 cents to come on in, and you get instant access to being in our members only streams, and that's fantastic. And Middle Pyro or Bennett, haha, Escape Velocity Room, ha ha ha. Thanks for the super chat. Middle Pyro celebrating 13 months of membership. Thank you, Middle Pyro. Super cool. And Adam, did they fix the Jeep yet? I'll talk about it.
You're about to find out
in the members only stream. I feel like I've already talked about this on air as it is, and then also if you follow me, we're going to talk about it again
because everyone wants to talk about it.
Oh my god, why does everybody want to talk about my Jeep not working correctly?
Because it's awful.
So I don't care what they want to talk about.
Swear to God, if you guys want to talk about build quality that's really bad, why don't you get yourself a Model X Plaid? Or you could buy 5 of my Jeeps for the same amount as one Model X Plaid and get the same amount of rattling in it. All right, so I think that's it for our show today. Thank you all so much. Are you going to be here next week?
Yes.
Okay, Dutta, you be here next week?
I believe so.
Ryan, you be here next week? Sorry, I pointed at you.
I'm always here. Where else am I going to be? I'm either going to be here or 3 feet over there sleeping. So I'll be here.
I won't be here, but I'll be on the show. So we're going to have some fun next week. Of course, it's probably the show I'm not going to be here for the first time this year is the one that Jamie will probably end up being here in person for. You can also catch Ryan. Also catch Ryan on NASA Space Flight TMRO.com with all of their amazing streams. Great job again today, Ryan, watching that launch. You did such a good job commenting on it today, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later.
Thanks.
The three of us, you can't
Check's
catch
in
us
the mail.
anywhere. Check is in shirt. It's in the mail. All right, so see y'all later. We're going to the members only stream, which you can join if you join now. I mean, just sign up. So that's how that works. So,
yeah, I've lost my mouse. Where's my mouse?
I don't know.
There's
Where's
my
your
mouse.
mouse?
I pressed the button.
So you tell me. You tell me where your mouse